Hey, yo, what's good, man, players? It's your boy, Desmond Sharpman, back out here on this NBA 2K22 Next Gen My League mode. And we are back once again with the 16 Custom Team Playoff Series. You already know 8 teams from both conferences, and they're all trying to duke it out in playoff format to find out who will be the champion and who will have the better team. Now, as you can see on the screen, we've already have 4 games out of the way, but it was just their first game. So if you haven't seen it, make sure to go check it out, and make sure to check it out fully because those games were pretty interesting. Now, in this matchup, we have the Brooklyn Nets, the 2 seed, taking on the Washington Wizards, the 7th seed. Now those two will duke it out in the first round. Despite from what the Wizards had to do to get to the playoffs, they beat Cleveland in the play-in tournament for the 7th seed. So now they're here as the 7th seed, and they will take on Brooklyn, and we're gonna see how they fare. Now, just to remind you, after this Nets and Wizards game is gone final for their game 1, we're going to head down to Atlanta, where the number 1 seeded Hawks will face the Cleveland Cavaliers, the 8th seed. And then we're going to be in San Francisco for the Warriors and Timberwolves game 1. And then we're going to be in Dallas for the Jazz and Mavericks game 1. And then once we're done with that, we'll be set to start game number 2 for every single first round series. So far this has been interesting, and we're hoping for some more great action. So let's head down to Barclays Center in Brooklyn, because guys, it's time for game 1 between the Nets and the Wizards. We're gonna find out who takes game 1 here. Either the Wizards can steal the first game on the road, or the Nets can make their fans proud and take this first game at home in front of their fans. Well, we're gonna find out together. Let's go.
Round 1, Eastern Conference, the NBA playoffs. The Washington Wizards have heard the doubters. As the 7th seed, they face a daunting battle ahead. Will they be able to dictate the first chapter of the series against the Brooklyn Nets? Round 1, Game 1, the NBA playoffs, coming up next.
Welcome, everyone. The regular season is in the books. The battle for the East begins. Round 1, Game 1. With Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. DA, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Today's NBA is truly a skill game, 1 through 5. One team executive said there is a high threshold on big men right now. The big has to do it all. Another said top bigs must have a diverse skill set. Ball handling, shooting, all of it. Guys, these days, size and athleticism are not enough.
Changing like the game is. David, good insight. Thank you. Taking a look at Brooklyn, Greg, we know the confidence around this organization is extremely high. They feel like this is their
So those are the starting lineups for both sides as we get set to start game 1 here from Brooklyn. That's the key matchup for this one. Justice against Charles Solomon.
Try and make quick work of this one and get to the second round.
Truly survive in advances.
Alright, so both teams are ready to go, and we're ready to go as we're underway from Brooklyn.
Then it's Butler, and it's Adams, and at the center filling out the middle.
Here's Morris, he gives it to Justice. He's gonna give it to Carroll. Carroll takes it to the rim, and that won't go. Rebound goes to Washington. Here they come on the break. It's Adams. Gives it to Simmons. Here's Solomon. Gives it to Butler. Gives it to Solomon. Solomon. No good. Rebound by Adams. And he puts it in to start the game for Washington as they're on the board first.
this is a common theme that's running through
Here's
the league
Spellman.
right now. Guys
Gives it
looking
to
leak
Morris.
out rather
Back to
than
Spellman.
box out.
Now here's DJ.
Morris with it. Morris.
Morris right
Gives
side.
it to Spellman. His three. Won't go.
No good.
Rebound goes to Christopher
With
Butler.
the ball. He'll bring it up for the Washington
Here's
Wizards.
CJ O'Quinn with it. Guarded by Murray.
O'Quinn, the pass to
This
Butler.
crowd is electric. Here's Butler.
And here is
Gives it to
DJ.
Solomon. Back to Christopher Butler.
6 to shoot.
6 seconds to shoot. Christopher Butler. And a foul.
That's his first
Josh
foul.
Kell with his first foul. Guys, listen to this crowd. They are electric. They are ready. Here's Adams.
Carroll against Adams.
Adams, step back. His three. No good. Rebound goes to Justice. Here comes the Nets. Murray. His three.
And again,
No
it's the
good.
Nets missing.
Here comes Washington.
1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far.
Simmons in the paint. No good. Rebound goes to Spellman.
Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep here.
Here comes the Nets.
Young finds
It's Morris. Back to Justice. Morris. Trying to go for a three. Pump fakes. Morris. Who's he going to give it to? He's going to take a three, and he gets rejected. Here comes Washington.
Here's Adams.
Adams.
The shot
Got
stop
it.
on the assist by Butler. Adams has got his second basket.
And I like to see that
It's 4-0 early for Washington. A lob, and that's tipped. Carroll with it, though. And he gets rejected. Spellman with it. Oh, it is stolen.
DJ.
Here comes Washington. O'Quinn. No good. Murray with good defense. Here's Spellman. No good again by Brooklyn.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time,
Here's
he could
Adams.
get burned. I think he's
Adams
just a little bit
won't
out
go.
Here
Here comes the Nets. Oh, almost got stolen. Here's Justice. Justice gives it to Carroll. His three. No good again by Brooklyn.
And so Simmons will bring it up for the Washington Wizards.
Here comes O'Quinn. He has it. Trying to go to the paint. O'Quinn, short.
And that's
Here
where
comes
you
the
want to make
Nets
the
on the
next
break.
pass. This guy is a good
Spellman,
scorer, but the
no
defense
good
was
again.
right on him.
Washington leading now by 4.
Here comes O'Quinn.
Outside Butler.
Butler back to O'Quinn.
From 18 feet
O'Quinn. No good.
Can't hit.
Here comes the Nets. Looking to get something on the board. Murray to the paint. Murray. No good
Well,
again.
this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Here's Simmons. And he's fouled.
On that shot, but he's got
Spellman with his first foul. And he can't believe it.
Wizards shooting their first free throws of the game.
Man, I never thought that Brooklyn would struggle this bad in the first quarter. I mean, just haven't put up a shot, haven't made a shot. It just hasn't been right. So Simmons at the line for Washington.
The first one falls.
Makes the first one. How about this? A 5-0 start for the Wizards on the road. And he makes
Simmons
both of
hits
them.
both.
And the Nets are going to call a timeout.
It is a luxury to have a big
They're
man
going to
get
need to
from the line
talk
at
it
a
out here
consistent
because
rate.
they have been struggling from the field. I mean, nobody hasn't scored yet for the Nets. They got to get back on track. So the Wizards are up 6-0 on the Nets. The Nets haven't scored yet, and that's the key problem. That is the one key problem. They haven't gotten on the board yet. And it's because the Wizards are playing good defense, and they got to find some way to get on the board. Because if this keeps holding on, they might even lose the first game at home. So they gotta get it together.
A little over 3.5 minutes played.
So here's Murray.
Now here's Murray.
Murray looking around. He gets it to Justice. His three. Got it. And the Nets are finally on the board. It's 6-3. Here's Murray. Whoa. O'Quinn. He's guarded by Murray. Gives it to Butler. Butler. No good. Here comes the Nets. It's Morris bringing it up the court. Gives it to Justice. Carroll. He's wide open for three. Got it.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player.
Now the game is tied at 6. Here's Butler. And a foul. It's going to be on Justice. His first.
And still early in the period, and they're only one foul away from being over the limit.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning Mobile One block a moment ago.
And that block was something. It's the playoffs, and every possession and defensive stop matters.
Here's Washington.
Now DJ.
They once had a 6-0 early lead. Solomon throws it down.
Throws it down hard.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him.
Here's Murray. Guarded by O'Quinn. Murray
Here's Murray.
puts it up, and that won't go.
And it's Washington the other
Here
way.
comes Washington back the other way. Adams rejected. Carroll with the block. Adams gets it back. Gives it to Solomon. Solomon gives it to Simmons. That won't go.
Well, the defense flat out awful.
Here comes the Nets on the break. Justice trying to lob it to Carroll. Carroll gets it back. Pump fakes. Murray, his three. He didn't put it in, but he got fouled. So Murray will go to the line for 3 free throws.
A foul on a three-point attempt.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Three shots. 3 shots.
Free throw good, Murray.
So Murray made the first free throw. Now it's an 8-7 game. But I still feel like this is a low-scoring affair. He makes the second one. Now the third one can give him the lead. Because remember, the Wizards had a 6-0 advantage early. Now this free throw can give him the lead. And he got it.
Now leading by 1.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply
Here's
don't
O'Quinn.
want to put him there.
Simmons a screen on Murray.
O'Quinn, his shot, no good.
Can't hit.
Rebound goes to Carroll. Here's the Nets. Morris, his three. Won't go. Rebound to Adams.
Defense was determined not to give him an inch of
Simmons
space.
gives it to Solomon. His three. No good again by Solomon.
Just enough coverage to bother
Here comes the
that
Nets.
three-point attempt.
Carroll trying to attack Adams.
Carroll kicks to
Gives it to
DJ.
Spellman. His three. No good.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And a steal by Spellman. Here comes the Nets on the break. Justice to Murray. His three. No good.
Adams has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen.
A lob to Solomon, and that's stolen.
By one.
Spellman with the steal. Here comes the Nets.
Carroll in the corner.
Carroll gets rejected by Adams. Here's Solomon. Gives it to Christopher Butler. Butler gets it to O'Quinn. Back to Christopher Butler. He's looking around with 7 seconds on the shot clock.
Just 5 to shoot.
Butler to the paint. Rejected. Here comes Murray.
Murray outside.
Murray looking to run a play here. Morris back to Murray.
The Nets.
Gives it to Spellman. Spellman, his three. No good.
The Wizards.
Rebound goes to
Simmons
Washington.
grabs the fifth rebound right now in the game. Kicks to DJ.
Here's Solomon.
Simmons sets a screen. for
Solomon
DJ.
trying to
Shoots
attack
from
the paint.
14.
Pulls up.
Tried
No
to get
good.
it in, but he misses. The Nets with the lead.
Here's Morris.
Back to
Gives it to
Morris.
Justice.
Dishes it
Back
to
to
Young.
Morris. Gives it to Justice. Justice puts it up, and that's short. He gets it back,
Some
and he
solid
missed
defense
it.
from Butler. And so it's Butler with
Here's
the
Solomon.
lead up for the Washington Wizards.
This has been a low-scoring first quarter. I've never seen anything like it. Solomon spins away, gives it to Butler. Butler in the paint,
Butler gets
got
to
it.
go on the assist by DJ. And the Wizards lead by 1.
Here's the Nets,
Now a
trailing
timeout
by a
called
point,
Brooklyn.
and they're gonna have to call a
And with their
timeout.
offense sputtering, coaches gotta get them back on track.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
The Nets so far, they're playing okay, but it's just not been their game. I mean, Murray's 0 for 4. The starters they just haven't gotten in a rhythm.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. So for the Wizards.
So unfortunately for the Nets, they decided to put their bench lineup in, and we're going to see what they can do, because this has been a low-scoring first quarter, and I've never seen anything like it. A 10-9 lead for the Wizards. I literally have never seen anything like this. A low-scoring first quarter. I don't think this has ever happened so far in this series. Okafor, his three. Won't go, but he got fouled.
He'll go to the line to shoot 3.
Brett McDonald with the foul that time. His first.
It's his
So
first
Cannon
triple.
Okafor will go to the line for Brooklyn.
3 times.
I felt like that the Nets needed a break right there, because with Okafor shooting free throws now,
3 shots. 3 shots.
this could start a little rhythm for him. Okafor makes the first one. This second one could give him the lead for the second time in the game. And he makes the second one, and now they have the lead. And he makes all 3.
Washington free.
Here's McDonald. He gives it to Griffin. Griffin sets a screen to Rollins. Back to Griffin. He's looking around. Looking for a screen. He gets it from Kennedy James. Griffin to James. He slams it in.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Here's Okafor.
Now the pass to
Gives it to
Tucker.
Tucker. Tucker to the paint. Slams it in. Plus the foul.
Flying high.
Kennedy James with his first foul. And Tucker will go to the line for one more free throw.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Nets.
Playing a physical brand of basketball so far, and those trips to the foul line have been very effective.
I think the other thing they've had going for them is their passing. Plenty of their baskets have come off assists.
That's
And
good
Tucker
for
nails the free throw.
Here's Rollins.
Here's Rollins.
Outside Griffin.
Griffin with it. Gets a screen. Griffin way outside. That won't go. Rebound goes to Holiday. Here comes the Nets. Holiday, and he's fouled. And that's Kennedy James's second foul.
Already this guy's second foul now. He's either going to have to sit or play a bit more conservatively.
I mean, he is coming off the bench, so that might cost him a bit of minutes.
Tucker, the pass to Okafor.
Here's Okafor, pump fake, a lob, and that's stolen. Here comes Washington.
It feels like it's everywhere, and that pass should not have been made.
Griffin gets it to Rollins, to Griffin, corner three, no good. Here comes the Nets. Willis, trying to attack the paint. Willis, and he's fouled. The foul goes to R.J. Rollins, his first foul. So Willis will go to the line for Brooklyn. You know, I'm not even gonna lie. Brooklyn, the only reason they're in the lead is because they're getting their trips to the foul line, and you can actually stay in the game that way. You can actually keep a lead. You can actually stay in the game even if you're losing. But they're actually getting to the foul line a lot, because they're drawing a lot of fouls to this Wizards team as Willis makes the first free throw.
Trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
Even though, yes, it was a scoreless first quarter, well, a low scoring first quarter, the Nets starters just didn't have it. They just didn't have it. But now the bench lineup is in, and they're still getting to the line. And Willis nails both of them.
Wizards trail by 5.
Here's McDonald.
McDonald passes to Griffin.
Gives it to Griffin.
And out of bounds is
And he stepped out of bounds. And the Nets will take over. Wow. I'm talking about as soon as he gets the ball, the first thing he does is step out of bounds. Here's Brooklyn. Tucker, wide open shot, banks it in.
Very good look and converts.
Griffin was caught looking lost right there. Here's McDonald, gives it to Griffin. Griffin gets a screen. Griffin gives it to McDonald. Gives it to James. His three, got it.
James has got his second bucket.
Well, for a big man, his stroke
Here's Okafor.
is just beautiful, and because of the height, it's so hard
Tucker,
to challenge.
back to Okafor.
Down low.
Okafor tried to give it to David Jordan, but it was stolen by James.
He kicks to DJ.
Here's McDonald.
Inside, here's Griffin.
Gives it to Griffin. He gets blocked. Griffin gets it back, and he gets rejected a second time. Here comes the Nets. Jordan gives it to Tucker. Gives it to Holiday. Back to Tucker. Gives it back to Holiday.
Willis with the screen on Griffin.
Here's Holiday.
Pass to Willis.
Gives it to Willis. His three. Short.
No good.
Rebound goes to Kennedy James. Here's McDonald.
Now here's DJ.
McDonald, a lob. Griffin. That's stolen by Willis.
Stolen by DJ.
Here comes the Nets. Holiday gives it to Okafor. Okafor in the paint, puts it in.
Time on the assist by Holiday. He has 5.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Here's McDonald.
Now here's DJ. Covered by Okafor.
McDonald putting on the moves. Pump fakes.
McDonald passes
Gives it to Rollins. Rollins in the paint, and he's fouled. Holiday picks up his first foul.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that.
So Rollins will go to the line.
For Washington, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Free throw.
And Rollins nails the first one. So the Nets leading by 5 with 1:15 left to go in the first quarter. It was looking like it was going to be a low-scoring first quarter, but not until that Nets bench came out there and they did their job.
1:14 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Tucker. Back to Okafor.
Okafor with it.
Inside.
Gives it to David Jordan in the paint. Easy layup inside.
His first shot this game.
You have to have the vision to
Here's
find
Rollins.
the open man. Beautiful pass.
Rollins
To the middle.
gives it to Griffin. Griffin in the paint. Gets it to RJ Griffin. His three. Bucket.
And it comes off an assist from Griffin.
Well, that's somebody who sees the whole floor and delivers it to the perfect wide open.
Here's David Jordan.
Jordan, the pass
Gives it to Tucker. Back to Jordan. Jordan gives it back to Tucker. Tucker trying to put on the moves.
36 seconds left to play.
Willis, his three. Short.
No good.
Here comes the Wizards with 28 seconds.
They trail by 3. Hollins, the pass to Griffin.
Here's Griffin.
James sets the screen for Griffin.
McDonald back to Griffin.
Just 5 on the clock.
Griffin to the paint. Griffin blocked by Jordan.
Hands with the ball out of bounds.
David Jordan with a huge block. Now the Wizards will still keep the ball with 2.4 seconds on the shot clock. So somebody's going to have to get a shot up here. They're going to give it to McDonald. His three. Got it.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And the game is tied with 8 seconds.
Holiday with it.
Here's Holiday.
Kicks it to
Holiday
Okafor.
gets it to Okafor.
Launches it.
Pump fakes. His three. Short.
Tie game.
And that's going to do it for the first quarter as we are tied at 23 between the Nets and the Wizards.
And we're ready to get back into the action here in game 1. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. And from Brooklyn, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
They have done a tremendous job. Of
Back here in
drawing
Brooklyn,
defense and
set
putting
to start
officials
quarter
in the
number
place
2
where they simply have to
here
make
in
the
this
call.
first round series. Now, the Nets, they've been doing pretty good. Even though the starters, they're hoping to respond because in that first quarter, the Nets wouldn't be in the lead if it wasn't for the free throws. O'Quinn, wide open three, and he missed it.
And it's Butler in at the 3.
He had a good look.
Now here's DJ.
Here's Spellman. Gets it to Okafor. He gives it to Tucker. Back to Okafor. He takes a three. Got it.
Okafor's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for
Here's
Brooklyn.
O'Quinn.
You are playing with fire anytime you need this
O'Quinn
guy.
gets a double screen. O'Quinn gets stripped. No, he didn't. Solomon won't go.
By the Nets.
Rebound goes to the Nets.
Spellman's got 6 rebounds
Spellman
here
gives it to
tonight.
Carroll. Carroll gives it to Okafor. Spellman, a lob. And that's stolen.
Winner up the alley-oop attempt there. Adams in the corner.
O'Quinn gives it to Adams. Adams to the paint. And he puts it in.
Adams has got his 3rd basket of the night.
That pass had
Now
to be
Adams has
thrown
got
not
6
only in the right
points
spot,
with
but
6
at the
rebounds
right
already.
time.
Here's Carroll.
Here's
Carroll. Mid-range.
And he tries
Won't
off
bank
the
it
glass,
in.
But it's no good.
And the rebound battle split
Here's Simmons.
evenly thus
Gives it to
far.
Solomon. Here's Butler.
Here's Butler.
On Spellman. Spin move. Butler.
On this
Won't
that
go.
time, wouldn't put him up. The Nets with the lead.
Here comes the Nets with a 1-point lead.
For about a
Here's
minute and a half
Tucker.
into the second quarter
Tucker.
now. Tucker
No
can't
good
get
on
it
the
to go.
shot.
Wizards have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second
Here's
quarter.
O'Quinn.
And he's
A
going
lob.
up for the
And that's
alley-oop.
stolen.
Stolen by Carroll.
Here's Tucker. On the break. It's the Okafor. Wide open shot. Puts it in.
The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
Textbook, nice pass.
Here's
Great catch.
O'Quinn.
Even better finish.
O'Quinn looking around.
It's tipped.
And it's tipped. Stolen by Tucker. Here comes the Nets.
Simmons
Carroll.
against Carroll. The pass to Spellman.
Gives it to Spellman. 3-pointer. Got it.
With the triple.
Wow, you don't see him left alone.
Even if he was contested, he still put it in.
Sullivan passes to Butler.
Brooklyn leads by 6.
Adams sets the pick for Butler. Quinn finds Butler.
Here's Butler looking around.
5 on the clock.
Butler step back. 3 on Carroll. That won't go.
Yeah, but the defenders.
Here comes the Nets. Tucker.
Not shake loose.
Here's Justice. Justice looking around. Gives it to Tucker.
Back to Young.
Back to Justice. Justice looking for a screen. He's going to get it. Justice steps back. His 3.
Simmons
Won't go.
pulls it in.
Rebound goes to
Simmons got
Simmons.
7 rebounds in the game.
Here's Solomon with it.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter.
Here's Butler. Butler gets stripped. No, he gets rejected. Carroll says denied. Here's Justice.
And Tucker kicks to Young.
Here's Justice.
The
Three-pointer for Justice. That won't go.
Adams has got rebound number 8 now.
Here's Butler. And that's stolen by Carroll. Here comes the Nets. Spellman. Okafor. Pump fakes. Spellman. Three-pointer. No good. Here comes the Wizards now.
I'll tell you, his shot is just lost.
Spellman's not having a good game. 1 of 7 from the field. Only 3 points. O'Quinn. 3-ball. Book it.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
I don't know how the Nets keep leaving them wide open from all the way over there. That's just crazy. Justice. Three-pointer. Ooh, he almost put down the 3. So he will go to the line for 3. Solomon with his second foul after committing it. But man, imagine if Justice had made that 3. That crowd would have been going crazy. But Spellman so far, it just hasn't been his game. He's 1 of 7 for the field. But the Nets are winning this game though. Justice makes the first one. Now here comes Christopher Morris and AJ Murray checking in. But Tucker and Okafor have been playing really well. Especially the rest of that Nets bench. They brought them back in the game when it was a low-scoring affair in the early first quarter. And Justice makes the second as well. 2 for 2. And the only reason the Nets are winning is because they're getting these trips to the line. The Wizards are going to be in deep trouble if they don't stop the fouling of the Nets. Because the more the Nets go to the line, the more that lead would increase. And he makes all 3. Look at this, 12 for 12 from the free throw line. You can't win if you're fouling this much.
Now DJ.
Here's Butler.
And here is Butler. Adams with the screen on
Butler. A lob to Adams, and that's stolen. Spellman watched that the entire way. Morris, a lob. Murray! I thought he was going to go to Carroll, but Murray just jumped out of the sky. Here's O'Quinn. Solomon gets rejected.
And he gets it back.
Here's O'Quinn.
6 on the shot clock. Here's
Adams, three-pointer, short. Here comes the Nets with it. Carroll, back to Murray. Morris gives it to Murray. Murray gives it to Morris. Morris trying to put on the moves. Spellman, his 3. Got it. And the Nets are leading by double digits. Here's Solomon. Butler. Butler. Denied. Morris with the block. Carroll, his 3. That won't go. Here comes Simmons. Here's Butler. They're giving him the ball again. And a foul. It's going to be on AJ Murray. His first. And the fans don't like that one. Look at this. The fans are on their feet already. And a steal by Murray.
Just a little too casual with the basketball. It continues.
Murray, and that's a turnover. The 5th in this game for the Nets. Simmons, spin move. And that one won't go. Here comes the Nets. Spellman to Morris, 3-ball, in and out. He should have made that one because he was in the corner all by himself. And Butler, he gets fouled. Morris picks up his
Washington.
Well, it wasn't Morris. It was actually Murray picking his second foul. But Morris, he should have made that three because he was wide open. That could have continued this run for the Nets. But Butler at the line, though. And he makes the first free throw. And here comes R.J. Rollins checking in for Washington. Now this Wizards team, they're going to have a little talk in the locker room once this game heads to halftime, because they have had trouble holding on to the basketball, because they have a total of 9 turnovers in the game, and 3 of them have been by Butler. So they gotta have a little talk about that at halftime. Here's Justice. Gives it to Morris. He's tightly guarded. Morris. Gives it to Carroll. Carroll trying to attack the paint. Carroll. No good. Gets it back. Carroll fighting on the glass.
Carroll's got the lead up to 11 now for Brooklyn.
Well, this is what he does. Find ways
Here's
to
Rollins.
make his presence felt. And this
Here's
time
Butler with
on the
it.
offensive glass.
How about the hustle on display there? That kind of effort will earn
Here's
respect
Butler.
from everyone.
Now here's Butler.
Looking for a screen. He gets it from Adams. Butler, a lob. And that's another turnover. Here comes the Nets. Murray, easy lay. No, he missed it. Morris puts it back in.
Morris has got his first points of the night.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Here's Simmons. Gives it to Butler. Butler in the paint. And he gets fouled. Christopher Morris with his first foul. And look at Butler and Morris going at it. They have a little exchange words. I mean, it's playoff basketball. You know it's going to be a lot of smack talk going on. So Butler at the line once again. And he makes the first one.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Jordan, he's checked in for DJ. Willis comes in for DJ. And DJ subbed in for Young. Then for the Wizards, James checked in for Adams. DJ comes in for Simmons. And DJ subbed in for DJ.
Butler makes the second as well.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter.
The Nets leading by 11. Getting down to 4 minutes left to go in the half. Holiday a lob. No! James snatches the lob in midair.
Now here's Griffin.
Here's Griffin. Gives it to McDonald. Wide open three. Got it.
Griffin making the play.
What happened defensively?
Down to single digits for the Wizards.
Now it's an 8-point Nets lead. And a steal by Rollins. Rollins, a lob. And it's stolen. He was trying to go to Griffin. Murray gives it to Morris. Gives it to Holiday. Back to Morris. Morris puts it up. And he can't bake it in. Here's James. Gives it to Griffin. His three. Book it. And the Nets are up by only 5 now. The Wizards, who were down double digits, have got it to within 5. Holiday, that's a tough shot, and that won't go. Here's James. Griffin, another 3. Got it. He's on fire.
Great finish. What
An 11-0 run by the Wizards. And the Nets are going to call timeout.
In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made,
R.J. Griffin putting up the points. Back-to-back triples, and the Wizards are only down by 2. The Nets are in trouble.
Down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Wizards making a switch here. Griffin's checked in.
43-41 Nets with the lead. The Nets were just up double digits, but the Wizards were not giving up. And how about RJ Griffin? Back-to-back threes when they were trailing by 8 to get it down to a 2-point lead. Here's David Jordan. He gives it to Murray. To Morris. He pump fakes. Morris looking around. Holiday, his three. No good. The Nets just can't get on the board. They're struggling right now. James in the paint. And he missed it. Here comes the Nets. Murray. Gives it to Holiday. Gives it to Morris. He steps back. Pump fakes. Gives it to David Jordan. Holiday. Back to Morris. Back to Holiday. Holiday with 4 seconds. David Jordan gets stripped by Griffin. Here comes the Wizards.
Holiday against Rollins.
Here's Ryan Griffin. Gives it to McDonald. His three. No good. That could have put him in front. Here's Holiday. Gives it to Willis. And he got it from mid-range. Here's Rollins. Gives it to Ryan Griffin. Griffin. Gives it to McDonald. McDonald. A lob, and that's stolen by David Jordan. Here comes the Nets. Murray. Looking around. A lob. Morris. A windmill slam on the alley-oop. That was beautiful. Rollins to the paint. Rollins says, give me that dunk right back. Here's Morris. Willis steps back. Three-pointer. Short. Here comes Griffin. Gives it to Rollins. Rollins. And it was almost another turnover, but it's out of bounds to the Wizards. Here comes Cannon Okafor and KJ Tucker back into the game.
He really went after it so close.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. DJ is checked in for Morris, and Okafor subbed in for Murray. And it's going to be out of bounds,
and the Wizards will keep the possession. Here's RJ Griffin. Three. No good. Oh, and James with the steal. James. And he can't convert. Here's David Jordan. This is the Okafor. Okafor, his three. No good. Here comes Washington. James. And he turns it over. Here comes the Nets. It's Holiday. With 55 seconds left to go in the half. Holiday gives it to Willis. Pump fakes. Willis step back. Three-pointer. No good. Here's RJ Griffin. James. No good on the shot, but he's fouled. David Jordan with his first foul. So James will go to the line for Washington to somehow cut it down to a 2-point lead.
At the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
And both teams have been doing good from the line in this one. The free throws were the reason the Nets were in the lead, and the Wizards are still in the game because they're making their shots and they're getting to the line. But he's off on the first. And he misses the first free throw. So now they're 8 of 9 from the line.
he's
And
good on the
he
second.
makes the second.
Nets leading by 3.
Here's Okafor.
Okafor, the pass
Is it to Tucker? His three. No good.
No good by Brooklyn. Washington's gotten fond of that three-point
Here comes
shot
Griffin.
in the
Gets it to
second quarter.
Rollins.
4-9.
Rollins crossover. Floater.
Brooklyn's in there.
Alert.
And that's now 6 points for DJ.
Well, the
Now it's a
touch and the
1-point Nets
focus. What a
lead.
Pretty move in the lane.
Here's Okafor with 16 seconds. Looks like he's going to go for the last shot. But he has to pay attention to the shot clock. It's down to 7 seconds.
DJ sets the
Okafor.
screen for Okafor.
This is the
And
David
3
Jordan.
from
His
short
three. And that's short. 2 seconds. Griffin. And he didn't get it off in time. And that's it for the first half. The Nets with a 1-point lead against the Wizards. 47-46.
We'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Welcome, everybody, to our Game 1 coverage. It's a tight one indeed for the Brooklyn Nets.
This is what the home fan loves to see. Their squad coming out and putting together strong performance. We'll see a couple individual standouts, but what really stand out is how hard they work and how they're playing together.
Looking at how the Nets are doing in this series. Momentum up for grabs for this Game 1 in the series. What's going through the mind of the players right now?
You want to come out and play your game every single possession. I know that's cliche, but you got to do it. Establish the flow. You know, let the people know how you want the rest of the series to go. Get it? Flow, go.
Nice.
Love being on this show.
Nice. Game 1, you've always got to make some adjustments. It's kind of like a boxing match. That first round, you're not just coming out throwing haymakers.
And we're with you again as our round 1 coverage continues.
All right, so we are ready for the second half from Brooklyn. The Nets are leading by 1. And the reason the Nets are winning because they're getting to the line a lot, and their bench lineup was the main ones getting to the line. The starters were struggling at first, but then the bench came in and did their job.
Now it doesn't get much better than
And then
playoff
ever since then, the Nets have
basketball.
just been
Back to the action here in
scoring.
round 1. They've got Morris.
Here's
Young
Solomon.
is out there with Murray. And it's DJ. And it's Carroll in at the pivot spot.
Gives it to Adams. His
So that's the
three.
lineup for Brooklyn.
No good. Tip, and it's rebounded by Brooklyn.
Defensively bothered that shot.
Here's Carroll. Gives it to Spellman. Paint. Got it.
Spellman's got 8.
Terrific play call to give
And this crowd is electric now.
That's how you want to start the second.
Here's Butler.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible.
Butler gives it to Solomon. Back to Butler.
And Washington has
And it's
possession.
stolen by Morris.
The bucket by the Nets.
Here comes the Nets.
Floats it
Morris, a
over to
lob.
DJ.
Spellman tips it in.
Work the ball into that area. It's a sweet spot.
He's got 10. Even though he is 40% from the field.
DJ with it.
Solomon.
Grounded by DJ.
Step back three. Short.
No good.
And the well is running
Here comes the
dry
Nets.
for him right
Spellman,
now.
three-pointer. No good.
This is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can
Here's
see the
Adams.
ball go
Gets
to the net.
rejected. Denied by Carroll.
Now here's DJ. Guarded by Simmons.
Here's Justice. Gives it to Morris. Back to Justice. His three. No
Rebounded by
good.
the Wizards.
The Wizards with the ball.
Quinn.
Down by 5.
And it's out of bounds. The
And
Nets will take it the
Butler
other way.
stepped out of bounds. Another turnover by this Wizards team.
One block. This one deserves another look.
Well, they didn't make it this far by giving up easy ones, and now their defense is in overdrive.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter.
Here's Murray. Murray
outside.
Murray trying to take it to the basket. No good. Rebound goes to Butler. Here comes Washington. Simmons. And that won't go. Here comes the Nets. Spellman trying to attack the paint. Spellman. No good.
No other way to put it, just a poor shooting performance for him.
Butler gives it to O'Quinn.
Picked up
O'Quinn, pump fakes, puts it up, got it.
Count that one, and the Nets lead has been cut down now to just 3 on the basket from O'Quinn.
Here's Murray.
Murray, the pass to Morris.
Gives it to Morris. Back to Murray. Murray gives it to Carroll. Carroll
kicks to Murray.
gives it to Murray.
Morris with
Murray
the screen for Murray.
with the screen from Morris. Murray, no good.
He is just not taking smart shots out there. A pattern.
A lob, and that one's stolen. Spellman with the steal. Spellman with it. Gives it to Justice. Justice looking around. Gives it to Murray. His 3. In and out.
Butler's got rebound number 8 now.
Here comes Washington with it. Adams, his 3. No good. Here comes the Nets. Carroll, spin move. Carroll, denied. Here comes O'Quinn. Butler gets it back to O'Quinn. O'Quinn gives it to Butler. Slams it in.
I tell you what, he's showing some real courage going to the reverse.
And the Nets are going to call timeout.
You're not supposed to do that in traffic.
Man, oh man, this second half is already starting off like it could be a good one here from Brooklyn. Nets 51 and the Wizards 50. Both teams so far, they're playing with decent, but all the forced shots, it's just not been in their favor. And that's the thing about the playoffs. You're not gonna get easy shots in the playoffs. You're gonna have to earn your shots, and that's what these teams are gonna have to do. Now, unfortunately for Spellman, he's having a good game. He's in double figures in points, but the field goal numbers isn't good. 4 of 12 from the field, 2 of 7 from downtown. Morris, he's gonna give it to Justice. Back to Morris, gives it to Justice. Denied, and it's out of bounds. Back to the Nets. Here's Murray. Murray. And he turns it over. Here comes the Wizards. Adams to Butler. Wide open 3. Got it. To give him the lead. He's got 11. Here's Murray. Gives it to Morris. Back to Murray. Murray gives it to Carroll in the paint. Carroll, no good. Here's Adams. Gives it to O'Quinn. O'Quinn gives it to Solomon. His 3. In and out. Here comes the Nets. Carroll gives it to Murray. His 3. No good. Here's O'Quinn. Gives it to Butler. Butler gives it to Adams. Denied. Carroll meets him at the rim. Justice, a lob, and it's stolen. Simmons with the steal. Here comes Washington. Adams, got it.
With the basket on the assist by Simmons. And it's 8 points for DJ. And a breakdown here, guys.
Here's Justice.
For the Wizards.
The activity level defensively.
Here's Morris. Gives it to Justice. Justice. No good. The Nets miss another one. Here's O'Quinn in the paint. O'Quinn. Denied. Murray says, get that out of here. Murray gets the Spellman. His 3. And they miss another one. And a lob. And that's not stolen just yet. O'Quinn. That won't go. And here's the Nets with it. Justice gives it to Murray. Gives it to Carroll in the paint. Carroll, spin move, trying to attack. Carroll No good. Tip, and it's rebounded by Simmons.
Wizards leading by 4.
Here comes Washington. O'Quinn, pump fakes. O'Quinn. No good. Good defense by Spellman in the paint.
And for Brooklyn, they're shooting a pretty pitiful 25%
Here's Murray.
this game.
Gives it to Morris.
Can't get anything going.
Back to Murray. Murray. Denied.
Down by Simmons.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game.
Here's Butler.
Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Back to Butler.
Here's Butler with it. Looking around. Looking for a screen.
Sets the pick for Butler.
Butler gives it to Simmons. His three. No good.
With the three-point shot.
Here comes the Nets. Looking to end this run.
Here's Murray.
Murray in the paint. No good again.
Adams has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass.
I'm wondering why the Nets keep giving Murray the ball, because he's just not been on his game.
Butler kicks to O'Quinn.
Here's Butler.
Butler with the ball. 11 points in the game.
Here's Butler. Gives it to Simmons. Simmons puts it up, and he puts it in.
Simmons got the lead up to
A
7-0
run.
Possession to me highlights
See, this is what I was saying in the first quarter. The Nets starters, they're just not on their game. Morris, pump fakes in the paint. Morris. And he's going to get fouled. It's going to be a flagrant 1 foul.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here.
And Adams was the one who picked up the flagrant foul, so he better be careful. If he gets another flagrant foul, then he's going to be heading to the bench, and he will not play for the rest of the game. And Morris makes both of them. And the Nets will get the ball.
Shooting team, as you're going to see. We're getting plenty of proof of that tonight.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Jordan, he's checked in for DJ. Willis comes in for DJ. Okafor's checked in for Murray. And DJ is subbed in for Young.
Here's David Jordan. Gives it to Okafor. Okafor gives it to Holiday. His three. Yes, sir.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a
Here's Rollins. And a foul. It's going to be on Holiday. His second. And here comes KJ Tucker checking in.
And the Nets making a change here. Tucker's checked in.
Here's James. Gives it to McDonald. His three. Short.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure.
Here comes Willis.
Don't give him too good of a look.
David Jordan. His three. Yes, sir. And the Nets have the lead.
And 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Here's Griffin.
James sets the screen for Griffin.
Rollins gives it to Griffin. A lob. And that's stolen by Willis. Here comes the Nets. Jordan, a lob. Tucker!
And how about the incredible timing?
Listen to that crowd. 17 turnovers for that Wizards team. It's just insane. And the Wizards are going to call timeout.
With the ball here, they haven't been as patient, forcing things a bit, which has led to turnovers. They need to just slow down and relax.
They really do, because the reason the Nets are even still battling is because of the turnovers that the Wizards are forcing. Well, they're just giving up a lot of turnovers. They got 17 in the game so far, and you can't win that way if you're turning the ball over. So a 3-point Nets lead after a thrilling run. A thrilling run. Back-to-back triples and then an alley-oop has them up by 3. 61-58 right now. Here's Rollins.
And here is DJ. He has 6.
Rollins Looking around. Rollins. Denied by Holiday. Here comes Tucker. Tucker. And that won't go. Rebound goes to Rollins. Here comes the Wizards. Rollins, 3. No good. Here comes the Nets. Willis in the paint. Willis got it. Now I feel like that the Nets bench are doing their job every time the starters for the Nets are struggling. Whenever the starters are struggling, the bench unit is coming in and doing their job. Griffin shot short. Here's Willis. Gives it to Okafor. Okafor, step back. 3. No good. Rebound goes to Griffin. Here comes Washington. It's McDonald. Gives it to Griffin. Looking for a screen. He gets it. Griffin. Short again. Here comes Brooklyn. David Jordan to the paint. Rejected. Here's R.J. Griffin. Griffin looking around. Griffin, step back mid. Got it.
Gets it to go from 18 feet away. Griffin's got 11 points.
And with that basket right there, it brings an end to that 12-0 run by the Nets.
Here's Tucker. Lob. Jordan. David Jordan. The spinning lob.
Alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. McDonald passes to Griffin.
Here's Griffin. Griffin gets a screen to Rollins. Back to Griffin. Ryan Griffin gets a screen. Griffin poked away. Griffin, his 3. In and out. Here comes the Nets. It's Holiday. Tucker. Back to Holiday. His 3. Short. Here comes the Wizards. Rollins. Rollins on Willis. Rollins. No good. Here comes the Nets. Here's Tucker. Tucker to the paint. Tucker! Throws it down.
Deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Here's Griffin.
Griffin looking around.
Griffin. Gives it to McDonald. Wide open 3. Yes, sir.
And it comes off an assist from Griffin.
The Nets did it again. They keep leaving them open. Every time they go on a little run, they leave somebody open. Tucker. And he can't answer back. Rollins gives it to Griffin. Pump fakes. Griffin puts it up. Got it.
Now just a 2-point Nets lead.
Well, it doesn't get much easier than that. Even a decent shooter is going to make that with no pressure.
41 seconds left to go in the third.
From the arc.
Okafor, his 3. No good.
Rollins got 4
Here comes the Wizards. Rollins gives it to Griffin. Griffin to tie it. No good. Gets it back. And he's got it. And he ties it at 67.
You simply must put a body on this guy. You know he's going
Here's Holiday.
to that glass.
Takes it back. It looks like they're going to go for the last shot here in the third quarter with the game tied. Holiday. His 3. Got it. To give him the lead with 3.1 seconds left in the third. McDonald at the buzzer. And he almost put it down. But that's it for the third quarter. A tight game here in Brooklyn. 70-67. We will be back for quarter number 4. Man, that's a tight one.
Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a
we are set for quarter number 4 here in Brooklyn. It is a 70-67 lead for the Nets. as they're looking to hold on and take game one at home in front of their fans, while the Wizards are trying to steal game one. Spellman, 3-ball, in and out. He could have put it in. Here's the Wizards. Simmons, step back and fires, missed it. Here comes the Nets. Morris, 3-ball, yes sir.
Such a reliable threat from range. You think the defense might
Here's
be
O'Quinn.
a little bit more.
O'Quinn, and he turns it over. Morris with the steal. Here comes the Nets. Alive. Carroll, almost stolen. Morris, pump fake, denied. Here comes the Wizards. Solomon, denied. Justice with the block. Now here comes A.J. Murray checking in for the Nets. Okafor, give him props. He had himself a good game. Solomon, his shot, no good. Rebound goes to the Nets. Here comes Brooklyn. It's Murray. Murray. Carroll! What a pass by Murray. Timeout Wizards.
Terrific teamwork.
Wow. Now the fans are on their feet now. The Nets lead by 8 early fourth quarter. We're looking for a whole good finish from Brooklyn.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on what the
8-point
head coach of the
Nets
Wizards was getting
lead,
across in the huddle.
75 to 67.
He said, make the easy play. Take care of the ball. We can't afford to just give away golden opportunities. And we'll see if they can clean it up, guys.
Thanks, David. 1 minute now.
Here's Solomon.
Solomon passes to Griffin.
Here's Griffin.
Adams sets the pick for Griffin.
Gives it to O'Quinn. Back to Griffin.
Adams with the screen.
Griffin gets a screen. Griffin to Adams.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
Here's Murray. Gives it to Morris. Back to Murray. Gives it to Morris. Morris, his 3. Yes, sir. In the face of Griffin. Here's Solomon. Solomon, and that one's a turnover. Where was that pass going? And here comes Christopher Butler checking in. The Nets are up by 9. 10.5 left in the fourth. Morris gets it to Justice. Justice gives it to Morris. His 3. No good. Here's Simmons. Gives it to Solomon. To Adams. Throws it down.
I tell you what, he is one guy you do not.
He's got 12 in the game.
He decides to attack
Murray. And that's tips. He was trying to go to Carroll on the lob. O'Quinn. Easy layup inside. 5-point game.
His third assist on the night. Brooklyn's gotten off 4 3-pointers.
Here's Justice.
2 of them have fallen.
Gives it to Morris. Back to Justice. Justice gives it to Carroll. Carroll spin move. Attacks the paint. No good.
Boy, this guy
Good defense by Adams.
a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
Butler kicks to
Carroll, he's 3 of 14 from the field, and
outside.
he only has 7 points, and that's not good. Solomon in the paint, and he's fouled.
Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Justice with his second foul. So Solomon will go to the line.
For the Nets.
You guys, something every team strives for is getting points off of turnovers, and they've done that here in both halves.
They've gotten out on the break over and over
Take a break.
tonight as
Take
well.
a
A
break.
lot of baskets coming
2
in
shots.
transition.
But luckily, the Wizards are still in this game. It's just It's just crazy. Even though they did all that,
That free throw, no good.
and Solomon missed the free throw. That's the second missed free throw by the Wizards. But luckily, they're still in this game. It's just crazy. If only the Nets cannot force shots, they would be able to extend their lead further.
And he sinks.
And he makes the second, however.
Right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
Morris.
Murray
outside.
gives it to Morris. Back to Murray. Murray trying to attack the paint. Murray, no good.
No good. Wizards trail by 4.
Here comes the Wizards.
Their offense has been
Adams.
crazy.
And that won't go.
Been terrific.
Rebound goes to the Nets.
The defense.
Justice, his three. And he gets fouled.
Line for 3.
And Solomon with his third foul. And Justice will go to the line for 3 free throws. Now this is what got him in the lead in the first place. Is these free throws. The Wizards are doing everything they can to try to get to the line, but with all these fouls they're giving up, they just can't win that way. You just can't.
And he hits the
And he
first
makes the
three.
first one.
Good on the
Justice
second free.
makes the second. 2 for 2. Now he's looking to go 3 for 3. Justice makes all 3.
100% from the line thus far.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
As a matter of fact, the Wizards have, the Wizards have missed two free throws in the game. Solomon missed a 3.
Nets have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter.
Carroll to Morris, 3 ball, got it.
That's good on the assist by DJ. Morris
He's got 15.
in the second half.
And the Nets are up by 10, just like that.
And a little over 3.5
And Solomon stepped out of bounds. Another turnover.
A comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
And Morris has got the
Here's
ball
Justice.
here for Brooklyn. 13
Gives it to
points with
Morris.
their biggest lead in the game.
He gives it to Justice.
Here's
Justice
Young.
in the
Here's the
paint.
drive.
Rejected.
And it's out of bounds.
And it's out of bounds. And the Nets will keep possession. Here's Carroll. Gives it to Morris. To Justice. Denied.
And since halftime, he just doesn't have a clue when it comes to shooting.
Simmons, spin move, and he's fouled. He almost put it in the and one, but Spellman picks up his second foul, so Simmons will go to the line.
Shooting 2.
So Simmons at the line for 2.
First one
And he
falls
makes the
for.
first one.
Good on
And he
both.
makes both.
Brooklyn leading by 8.
Here's Justice.
Morris
Gives it to
outside.
Morris.
Back to Young.
Back to Justice. Justice looking around. Gives it to
Here's
Carroll. Carroll
And Adams
denied.
They
And
recover.
the Nets get it back though.
And the basket
Spellman gives it
from
to Carroll.
Hastiard.
Denied.
3 form for the game. Does he focus.
Here comes the Wizards. Butler. Got it.
And that's a terrific sequence at both ends there. There was the block shot, then the run out, and nice finish.
Here's Justice. Gives it to Morris. Back to Justice. Justice gives it to Carroll. Carroll with the slam.
Inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Here's O'Quinn.
Now, here's O'Quinn.
And O'Quinn turns it over. Another steal by the net. A lob. Justice. In traffic. Look at that. 21 turnovers by the Wizards. And 21 off a turn. And another turnover. That's 22 on the game. On another turnover, it's Solomon with the steal. Solomon gives it to Butler. Butler. A lob. And another turnover by the Wizards. Here comes the Nets. Here's Spellman. No good. Good defense by Simmons. Here comes the Wizards. Down by 10 with 6 minutes to go. O'Quinn. Gives it to Butler. Butler pump fakes. Simmons in the corner. Got it.
Butler's got 3 assists in the game.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all
Here's
day,
Justice.
every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide.
Justice looking around. And a foul. That's number 4 on Solomon.
4th foul of the night. Now he needs to be smart. Can't reach in and pick up something foolish.
Now, Solomon's going to have to be careful because that's his 4th foul in the game. And Spellman, 3 ball. Yes, sir.
With a 3-pointer of their own. And the Nets lead by 10. Simmons passes to Butler.
Here's Butler. Butler. Looking around. Gives it to Simmons. His 3 to answer. No good. Here comes the Nets. Murray. Murray spins away. Gives it to Spellman. In the paint. Spellman. No good. Rebound goes to Adams. Here comes the Wizards. Down by 10. O'Quinn. O'Quinn. Puts it up over Justice. That won't go.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got
Here comes Morris. Gives it to Justice. Justice gives it to Carroll in the paint. Carroll. No good. Gets it back. Carroll. Denied. O'Quinn with the block. Here comes the Wizards. With under 5 minutes to go. Down by 10. Butler from deep. No good. Rebound goes to the Nets. Here's Justice. Gives it to Morris. Back to Justice. His 3. That won't go. Solomon with the rebound. Here comes the Wizards. O'Quinn looking around. O'Quinn. And it's a steal. Morris with the steal. Morris to the paint. Puts it in.
Morris has got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Well, they're calling his number time and time
Here's
again.
Solomon.
He is delivering.
The Wizards are down by 12 with 4 minutes to go. Butler in the paint. Butler, no good. And the Nets with the rebound. Carroll.
Here's Carroll.
Gives it to Spellman. Gives it to Justice. He pump fakes. Justice. And he missed it badly.
Rhythm with the 3-ball. Why do you keep firing from there?
O'Quinn. And it's tipped. Simmons. He's got it now. O'Quinn. Back to Simmons. His 3. No good. Here comes the Nets. Justice with it. Justice, a lob. And that's stolen by Adams. Adams spins away. Adams. No good. Here comes the Nets. Murray. Murray. That won't go. And Adams with another rebound.
Ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go.
Here's Solomon. They're trying to get And another steal. It's Justice with it. Justice. Easy layup inside.
Young's got the lead up to 14 now for the Nets.
The Nets are leading by 14. Their biggest lead of the game. And the Wizards are going to call timeout. Man, oh man. The Wizards are down by 14. And they're 2 minutes away from losing this thing. After they were in it the whole time.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game.
And guys, his value.
The Nets lead 95-81 over the Wizards. And Morris is going to get Player of the Game. Because remember, he has scored 11 in this fourth quarter. And
that's how you send a message to open a series.
The Nets have been fighting all game long.
And I think we found our man.
And Christopher Morris is going to get Player of the Game for what he had just did in this ball game. But the Nets, they're 2 minutes and 51 seconds away from taking game one. They're up by 14 right now against the Wizards, who just can't get on the board. They need to get a run going if they want to get it to a close game. And a foul on Murray, his third. He gets Adams, gives it to Simmons. Simmons gives it to O'Quinn. O'Quinn, his three, got it. And he ends the run, but now they're only down 11.
Second deep ball to go down for this guy.
Murray getting clamped up in the backcourt.
Got the ball here for Brooklyn. 11-point game.
Murray. Murray. And that's short. Here comes the Wizards. Adams. His three. No good. Rebound goes to the Nets. Holiday gets it to Murray. Murray looking around. Gives it to Morris. Morris spins. Morris missed it. Here comes the Wizards. O'Quinn. O'Quinn. Denied. Carroll with the block. Here comes the Nets. Holiday. And he turns it over. Rollins with the steal. Here comes the Wizards. Adams gives it to Simmons. O'Quinn. And that won't go. And Holiday and the Nets. They have it. Murray. His three. No good. And here's Adams.
You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Here's Rollins. Rollins, his shot. No good. He got fouled. And Murray gets his fourth foul in the game. So Rollins will go to the line to make it a single-digit game. And Rollins makes the first one. Now they're down 10. They not only need the free throws, they need some shots to go in. Because they know they're 1 minute and 9 seconds away from losing this thing. So they gotta get some buckets. And he makes the second. Now they're down by 9. And Rollins makes all three. Now it's an 8-point game. And here's Murray. He's guarded by O'Quinn. Murray Gives it to Spellman. Wide open three. Bucket.
Three-point range. And the Nets lead by 11.
A tremendous boost.
And that ought to do it right there. And another turnover by the Wizards. And unfortunately, that's going to do it. With the Wizards giving up that three-pointer, that sealed their chances. Carroll adds on.
And it's really got to feel very good to be able to jump out confidently to a 1-0 lead in this series.
Absolutely.
Simmons nails the three-pointer in the corner.
Not on taking this win for granted. They should come out for game 2 with the same intensity. And honestly,
so the Brooklyn Nets, who were struggling early, they came back, fought very hard, and they're going to take game 1 at home in front of their fans.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy. In attack mode all evening.
And so they're going to win 100-90, a 10-point victory as the Nets take game 1 at home in front of their fans.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical, and you know they'll want to ride this wave into game 2.
Well, that'll do it for now. And you can join us during this first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.
Now, I'm wondering, how are the Wizards going to bounce back from this? I mean, they had the Nets, they had the Nets starters looking like that they didn't even came to play. It's just like they looked like they had the Nets starters looking like that they didn't come to play at all. But if it wasn't for the Nets bench getting them back in the game with them free throws, the Nets wouldn't have been able to win that game. I'm not even gonna lie. But now, since they've taken a 1-0 lead in this first round series against the Wizards. So as you take a look at the stats, you can see exactly what I mean. The starting lineup for the Nets, they sort of kind of came to play. I mean, but AJ Murray, he definitely didn't come to play. 1 of 16 from the field, and 0 of 6 from downtown. That is not a good stat. And he played 33 minutes in the game, but his team was able to get the victory. So he's going to have to definitely rebound in game 2. But Christopher Morris led the way in scoring with 17 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 steals. Spellman had a double-double, 16 points and 16 boards. Justice put up 13, even though he went 3 of 14 from the field, 1 of 8 from downtown, but he was 6 of 6 from the line. AJ Carroll, 11 points and 10 boards. He went 5 of 20 from the field, 1 of 5 from downtown. He's going to have to bounce back from that. And Okafor, off the bench, he put up 10 points with 4 assists. Now for Washington, this was the key favorite of the game. Look at these turnovers. You got Christopher Butler. He had 7. Adams had 1 turnover. CJ O'Quinn had 7. Rollins had 1. McDonald had 2. James had 1. Ryan Griffin had 2. And Solomon, he did not come to play. Only 3 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 of 11 from the field, and 0 of 4 from downtown. It was the turnovers that literally cost the Wizards. I'm not even gonna joke around. It was the turnovers that cost Washington, because they turned it over 26 times, and the Nets, they just kept taking advantage off of it. They were just turning them turnovers into points. And you can see Washington missed 2 free throws from the line in this one. They were just, I just didn't know what they were doing. Like, they just kept turning the ball over so much, and they just couldn't get it under control. So now they lost game 1 after they were doing pretty good from the start, but the turnovers hurt them. So now they're going to be down 1-0 against the Nets. So with that, guys, if you enjoyed this game, even though it was kind of low scoring from the start, but both teams kept scoring. But either way, if you enjoyed it, be sure to drop a like. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 200. And next up, we're going to be in Atlanta. The #1 seeded Hawks hosting the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's going to be game 1 from Atlanta.